Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mike Dub 27 Trader. And today we're going to be looking at, I don't know what's going on right now. There we go. Today we're going to be looking at some stocks. First, let's take a look at Lucid and see what's going on there. So we'll go to my 50K challenge. Still working on that. Lucid actually went up 0.01%. Was at $2.53. Hit a low today. Let's say in market. Hit a low today of $2.48. So it went up a nickel. Let's see if there's any special information about it going on why I was able to break out to a whopping 253. This is the same news we had the other day. Actually, I didn't drop a video, so we can go ahead and see what's going on here. It says, from the Motley Fool prediction, Lucid Group will soar in 2026. Here's one reason why. So let's see. All right. So there's right here. So this is one thing will put Lucid Growth on steroids. Lucid stock is down 17% so far in 2025, and the shares are trading at just 7.4 times trailing sales. That's a discount to competitors like Tesla, but a minimum for other EV makers like Rivian. Lucid's relative premium to Rivian makes a lot of sense. The recent introduction of Lucid Gravity SUV platform is expected to help sales nearly double this year. Rivian, meanwhile, isn't expected to release any new models this year. So in 2025, we got what we're going to get. Thanks to this expected sales growth, Lucid stock trades are at just 5 times forward sales. But looking even further ahead, there's reasons to believe that Lucid will hit another sales inflection point in 2026 due to one major event. And it doesn't say what that event is. Oh, here it is. New Lucid models that are going to be coming out. So basically, the new Lucid Gravity that's going to be coming out, which is the $50,000 one, it's supposed to be cheap enough so that regular people can purchase it. And that's going to cause the sales to go up. So basically, what it's saying is if you're dependent on Lucid, you better be going long because there's nothing that's really going to be changing for the rest of 2025. It's one of those things, though, to keep in mind, though, once you get to around December, go ahead and get into that low because come 2026, it's probably going to start shooting up. Now, on to other news. One thing that I was looking at today, of course, was Pfizer. Pfizer took a jump today, which I knew it would because it had the earnings report, and Pfizer's pretty good when it comes to earnings, dealing with like medicine and stuff like that. So it hit a low of $22.89. That's around when I got in there, and then it got all the way to about $23.93, and I got out. Of course, it hit $24, but after that, it kind of settled down. I went back to about where it was at. But the cool thing about this isn't even that. It's the fact that Pfizer has a 7.33% dividend yield. And this is from a legitimate company with a $134 billion market cap. So that's something to keep in mind, that 7.33% dividend yield. Now, I'm not sure how often they release their dividends, and maybe quarterly. But also another thing that you can look at right here is the fair value. The market says that the fair value for Pfizer is $42. So $42 market share is a lot compared to the $23 where it's at right now. So there's definitely some room for growth. Also, it did a good job with its earnings report. Estimated at 67 cents per share, and it actually did 92 cents per share. So that is exceptionally well. So right there, we can definitely see, the potential growth for this Pfizer stock. What I want to do, where's Pfizer been like for the last year? It's interesting. Even though they say that fair price is in the 40s, over the past year, it's never really gotten there. It's at 31. So basically, almost as if people, shareholders, are saying that this has been underpriced for a while. For the most part, it hit $31.39. That was back at 2024. And then 5 years ago, of course, at $59. Of course, that was the mid of COVID, so Pfizer was the biggest thing cracking. But even if you go before that, let's go, you know, back to 2019, before people were even thinking about COVID. It was still making money in the 30s. And that's pre-COVID. So we can definitely see that there's some room to grow, pandemic or not. So that's something to look at. Another stock that I played today was Bit Mining. All right, now this is my money maker. Just because it's simple and it's straight to the point. Get in the 170s, get out in the 180s. At some point in time, the 190s. I was able to get out at 190, but I got in at 181. But now I went ahead and I set my alert, and I have it also in my mind that this thing is going down as low as 172. So what I'm doing, I'm getting in at the lowest. I'm trying to hit it at 172, 171 with the max amount of money I can put in there. And as soon as it gets to close to one, matter of fact, as soon as it hits 190, I'm pulling it. And I'm gonna do this until this thing dwindles completely out. And we're gonna see what happens. Trying to hit that 50K mark. Now, it's been higher before. Matter of fact, if you go back 5 years, all the way back to 2022, this thing has been higher. And then, of course, it was in the hundreds back during COVID when crypto mining was at its highest. But still, that 10-cent move right there every day, I can work with that. You can see right here with the candles. And the technical data doesn't have a lot of value, but when it hits, it goes exactly where I need it to go. Even down here with the MACD, red, green, red, green. Simple. It's probably one of the most simplest stocks that I've found. I'm going to work with this until crypto mining becomes unpopular and it goes all the way down. But even if it goes down further than that, because at one point in time, it was at the 130s, it goes back up. I think if it went back down to like the 130s like this, I'll just double down and wait because it's done it before. And it went right back up. So as long as crypto's a thing, bit mining is going to be doing this thing. Price earnings ratio is terrible, but the market cap is 28.72 million. Volume of around 97,000 for the average. Can't beat that. It's one of those I'm not really worried about too much of this stuff going on. But yeah, right now this is the gift that keeps on giving, so I'm going to keep on working it. Other than that, not too much going on with the other stuff. But these are the only stocks that I'm playing for the rest of the year, to be honest with you. Pfizer, Bit Mining, SoundHound AI, waiting for another breakout. XRP, Robinhood, which their earnings report is supposed to be tomorrow. Earnings call. I am gold dropped down to 7. And then still looking at Lucid. I may even go as far as whenever I see these down between 3 and 5%, I'm gonna go ahead and put money in because they keep on going back up. Even with SoundHound, even though it's down at 943, look where it was at earlier, 972. That's a 30 cent change, and it's been doing that for the whole week. And if you go back for the whole month, it's never down for too long. 739 goes right back up. 703 goes right back up. So even though SoundHound is kind of falling off, still has a market cap of 3.79 billion. It's just not making any money right now. But we'll see what happens once the market starts to change. But still, it's one of those things you can just keep an eye on. But anyhow, Mike Dub, 27 day trader. Make sure y'all keep trading and stay positive. Don't forget to like, don't forget to follow, and I'm out. Deuces.